Am I the a-hole for moving out while my parents are on vacation? I, female 20, have 3 siblings who live at home. Male 22, male 15, and male 12. My older brother does not work and does not go to school. My middle and youngest brothers are in middle and high school. I have been taking care of them for 6 years now, as my parents both work. I am the only one who cleans and makes food and takes care of the dogs. I have access to a car that I share with my brother, but it takes it to go see his friends and hook up with Tinder randos. So I have to bring home groceries on a bus. Because, oh yeah, I also do the grocery shopping. I have tried talking to my parents about it, but they say that my brother is finding himself and the younger ones have to concentrate on school. I'm in my 3rd year of college and it is wrecking me. My boyfriend, 24, has talked to his parents and they are letting me move into the apartment over their garage. He will be paying the rent for the apartment. He lives at home rent-free, but he also graduated and has a great job. So we talked about it and it is fair. We are committed to each other, but we are way too young to think about moving in together or getting married. I'm not saying that this is too young for anyone else. We just know what we want in life. And until I get my nursing degree and get a job, we aren't ready. My parents went away this weekend for NASCAR in Vegas. It is their 3rd vacation this year. I do not begrudge them their holidays. They both work hard, but I am just tired of being an unpaid nanny/dog sitter. So I grabbed my laptop, clothes, and a few other things that I have been gifted, waited for my older brother to get home, then I left. I told him I was going out for milk, but my boyfriend was waiting in the car around the corner. He started texting me about 20 minutes later saying he needed a car. I did not take the car. I left all the keys on the counter, even my house keys. My grandparents pay for my education, so there is literally nothing my parents can hold over me, and I let them know I wasn't coming back. And I let my parents know after the last race that I had left him in charge of the younger kids, and bailed. They drove straight home instead of spending the night partying and driving home today. Everyone is mad at me for being so immature and thoughtless, and I just don't care anymore. I talked to my grandfather and he says that I'm right, that my brothers can look after themselves. My mom keeps calling and complaining that the house is a mess. I was only gone for 9 hours before they got home, but my brothers are pigs. My older brother says I'm an a-hole because my parents are making him do everything that I used to do, and I cannot find it in myself to care. Am I the a-hole? Now for the top comments. Not the a-hole. You keep doing and being who you are and you'll always be a fantastic person. I'm sorry for the attitudes of your parents and brothers. Maybe they'll change, maybe they won't. But by not being there, they will have to face up all you did around the house and for them. I'm sure you'll find that almost everyone reading your post will be mentally sending hugs and support to you. I feel bad for having to sneak out. I feel like I did something wrong. Your feeling of doing something wrong is because your parents put the responsibility of being a parent to your 3 brothers on you, whilst they work or party. You are not your brother's keeper. Let them wallow in their own filth for a while. Your boyfriend and his family seem nice. Good on them and good for you. The parents make it sound as though the brothers are 2, 5, and 7. One of them is a freaking grown-up, and the other 2 are old enough to be expected to clean up after themselves. OP, look up the definition of gaslighting in the context of emotional abuse on r/raised by narcissists. I believe that would describe the parents' behavior now. To your brother, let me get this straight. You never stood up for me when I was living there. You never helped me with all of the things our parents expected me to do. And you regularly monopolized the car so I had to carry groceries home on public transportation. Why do you expect me to do more for you than you did for me? Especially when I was stuck in that position for years, and you've only been in that role for about a week. To your mother, Mom, I tried to talk to you for years about the unfair burden you were placing on me to clean up after my brothers. Not to mention all the other chores you expected me, and only me, to do. You had opportunity after opportunity to come to a compromise. So now, it's yours and Dad's problem, not mine. I now consider the topic closed. So is there something else you would like to talk about? Otherwise, I'll say goodbye for now. And if she continues trying to complain, say goodbye and hang up. Don't stay on the line letting her continue to berate you. Not the a-hole, and good for you for getting out of that situation. It's great to get it all out, but there was nothing you could say to open their eyes and change their minds. I wouldn't even reply. Silence is the best message. Next story. Am I the a-hole for refusing to sell my starter home for under market value to my mother and sister? I, 34 male, bought my starter home in my early 20s for $120,000. It's not a huge home. It's a roughly 1,000 square feet, 2-bed, 1/2 bath townhome. But it was perfect for me at a time. I upgraded it and made it my home for 12 years. but now I've decided it's time to move on to something bigger. Now here's my dilemma. My mother, 65, and sister, 30, got wind that I was planning on putting my house on the market. My home was valued at approximately $400,000. But even with their combined income, neither could afford a mortgage that size. So now they want me to sell them my home for the $120,000 I bought it for. I plan on using the equity as a down payment on my new home that is roughly around $600,000. My mom and my sister are angry and they keep trying to convince me to sell the home for undervalue so they can finally have some stability in their life. My other dilemma is, I've never had a good relationship with either of them and moved out of the state to get away from them. Both of them are angry with me and have dragged the whole family into the drama. Half are on my side and half are on theirs, so I need outside opinions at this point. Not a whole. All the family on their side are welcome to give them a home or money for one. Because if you sell for that price, they can just turn around and sell it and get money right away. Even if they don't sell it, you would be giving them a house basically. Oh wow, you're right. I hadn't even been thinking about this. Of course, they could sell the house for double the price right away, move into a larger house, and watch while OP struggles with a large mortgage on his new home due to the low down payment. No way I'd ever let that possibility arise. Exactly. Even if they live in the house for years, they can sell it for a profit. I definitely think OP's not the a-hole and shouldn't sell. Not the a-hole. Your toxic family, which you moved out of state just to get away from, is asking you to just give them $280,000. That is a bunch of BS, and you should not do it under any circumstances. Sell your house and cut the leeches out of your life for good. I know they won't listen to logic, but I'd simply state, if I sold it to you for that much, I wouldn't be able to afford to move. Not the a-hole. If you sell it to them for $120,000, I guarantee they'll put it on the market for $400,000 within a year. Exactly my thought. I say a year is giving them too much credit. Not the a-hole. This is wild. Your family clearly isn't thinking about your interests or needs at all, or only seeing a potential windfall for themselves and are straight out to lunch. I was expecting this to be something like, house valued at $400K. They can afford $300K only, but I still need that $20K. That situation is a bit more gray, and some people would eat that loss for a family. But to ask you to swallow $280,000? A loss of 2.5 times what they want to pay. If you somehow lose your mind and cave to their demands, I guarantee they turn around and flip it, because that extra $200K would buy them a lot of stability that they deserve. And how dare you be so selfish as to accuse them of selfishness? Imagine trying to buy a house in 2022 for 2010 prices. Next story. Am I the a-hole for taking away a gift? My 25 female brother, 17 male, is quite the golden child and is worshipped by everyone in our house, including me. He always gets his way, and sometimes even we let him. I started observing since past year he has become increasingly entitled and always expects that his demands would be fulfilled. When I first realized we were the ones who were enabling him, I started to say no to stuff which I found unreasonable. I even talked to my parents, but they think he is a teen and that's how they are. Around a few months back, my company laptop stopped working and I had to buy a new laptop. As my company said a new device won't be available for at least a month, as there was some procurement issue. My brother insisted I should buy a gaming laptop as they don't lag, and he suggested a model which was within my budget. He said he will play games on it an hour a day, which I did not mind. I received a new laptop from my work approximately 3 weeks ago, and my brother insisted I gift him the gaming laptop I purchased. I said he can play with it like he has been doing, but it is not a gift. He kept on insinuating it is his laptop to his friends. He is now addicted to it, and last Sunday he spent 12+ hours playing some online game. I told him he needs to return my laptop and I will be password protecting it. He started yelling and calling me selfish to take his gift back. I told him it was never his to begin with, and I do not wish to enable his addiction. He is throwing tantrums now about how I'm taking away a gift from him. My parents think it is his life, and I have no right to interfere. I said they can buy him a laptop then, but I'm not enabling him. Am I the a-hole? Now for the top comments. Not the a-hole. Change the password. He doesn't respect your possession and is doing the old give him an inch, take a mile. Don't let him near it again. And set a boundary about it being your work laptop, not a gaming laptop you bought him as a gift. This, but be prepared to hide it from him or take it with you. He sounds like the type that would break it just because he won't give in. I'd start keeping everything locked up if he's as volatile as I think he is. I've seen what gaming addiction does to people, and it's not nice. Not stay whole. If your company has given you the laptop you need, just shut the argument down. Sell the other laptop. You'll be doing your brother a favor in the long run. And you'll be the parents he doesn't have because your parents certainly aren't doing the job. Not stay whole. Absolute best suggestion. Sell it so it's not around for him to hack, sabotage, or steal if you let your guard down. Not stay whole. Not stay whole is your laptop that is trying to commandeer. I'm shocked your parents are allowing him to play games for 12 hours a day and basically steal your laptop. Take back what's yours. Maybe if he worked even part-time, he could afford his own laptop. You don't even realize how many parents do this. My brother-in-law became a diagnosed narcissist thanks to them LMAO. It's always have patience and not telling him to shut the heck up. He's 25, and he is and will always be the one who can say the worst things to everyone, having tantrums. But if you dare telling something to him, you're dead to them. Guess what? His only friend is his mom. Last story. Am I the a-hole for telling my sister not to have another baby? My 27 female sister 29 never wanted to get married. She just doesn't like marriage. Nothing wrong with that. But she still wanted to have kids. So, she had a baby with her long-term boyfriend. Well, her boyfriend doesn't help her do anything. He doesn't work. He gets disability. His issue has long since resolved, but he still collects somehow. So he pays for some bills, but not much. He doesn't help with housework, and he barely helps with her now 1.5-year-old. He just plays video games all day. I've seen it when I come over to babysit. My sister works from home, so she will be on a wireless headset having a conference call with a baby on her hip while she's cleaning the kitchen, and her boyfriend will be playing video games in the living room. And that's the situation every time I come over. And my sister tells me that's what it's always like. I work full-time as a nurse, so I come over to help when I can, but I also work third shift. And my sister lives almost 2 hours away, so it's hard for me to help a lot. She's gotten mad at me several times for not helping babysit enough. I had a 2-week vacation last winter, and she got mad at me for not babysitting a whole lot while I was on vacation. I want to help because I love her and my niece, but I work a lot too, and the drive is long and I'm just tired a lot. Well, 2 weeks ago we were talking, and she told me that she and her boyfriend were going to try for another baby soon, and if things work out, they were hoping to have another baby by next Thanksgiving. I said to her, "Are you sure it's a good idea to have a second baby when your boyfriend barely helps you with the first one?" It just blurted out of my mouth. She got all defensive and tried to tell me that he does help some, but I reminded her that she tells me all the time how he doesn't help. And I've seen for myself how he just plays video games while she does everything. She got really mad and said, "Well, maybe if you helped more, then it wouldn't seem like everything is on my shoulders." After some back and forth arguing, I got up and left. She told our mom what I said, and our mom got all mad at me saying I was an a-hole for upsetting my sister, and my brother got on me about it too. I don't think I was in the wrong though, but I'm not so sure at this point. Not the a-hole. Generally, my stance is that only the people having the children get to decide if he and when to procreate. But since she feels entitled to your time and effort as a babysitter as part of her childcare plans, you get to put in your 2 cents. Reach back out and say, "I am sorry that I did not react well to your plans for another child. That is a decision between you and your boyfriend, and I should not have provided unsolicited advice. However, I want to make clear that if my participation as a babysitter for your children is being factored into your decision, consider this fair warning that I will not babysit for you again if you have a second child. Whether or not you have children is your choice. Whether or not I help care for them is mine. I will be present in your children's lives if you want me to be, but not in a caregiving role." Not the a-hole. How does she have more anger reserved for you who lives 2 hours away than her deadbeat's boyfriend? You need to take yourself completely out of the picture. Do not help her ungrateful butt with anything anymore and just ignore these tantrums. Easy. Denial. She's in denial about who she picked to have a baby with. She'd rather ignore the colossal mistake she made by doubling down with another baby and spite for Opie. Opie's sister seems like she's doing a lot of mental gymnastics to come to these conclusions. Well, maybe if you helped more, then it wouldn't seem like everything is on my shoulders. Tough love time? It's supposed to be on your shoulders. You and your partner, not mine. You will be taking care of your child by yourself from here on out. Then if you want another baby, knock yourself out/up. Not stay home, but immediately stop supporting her. She is using you. and she's not going to get it unless she figures it out for herself. It's a mercy to her for you to stop providing for her. She needs to learn.